Imagine two families with the exact same income. They live in the same city, have similar lifestyles, and earn almost the same amount of money. Years go by. One family is still struggling to make it to the end of each month, while the other is living comfortably and looking toward the future with confidence. So, what do you think makes the difference? Is it that one family earns more money? Most of the time, the answer is no. The real difference lies in the small decisions they make every single day. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. Because managing your household finances is not just about making more money, as many people believe. Sometimes, the secret to living much more comfortably on the same income is not how much money comes into your pocket, but how much money goes out of it. At some point in our lives, most of us have probably said the same thing. Where did all my money go this month? And the strange part is, when we say it, we usually cannot even remember making any major purchase. That is because what ruins a budget is usually not one big expense. It is the small purchases we make every day without even noticing them. By the end of this video, you will discover what people who truly manage their household finances well do differently from everyone else. In fact, we might even uncover a few mistakes you have been making without realizing it. But before we get started, I would like to ask you a quick question. In your opinion, where does the biggest portion of a household's money go? Is it grocery shopping, eating out? Or is it those small, everyday expenses that nobody really pays attention to? Now, let us begin with a very interesting fact. The human brain rarely forgets major expenses. Buying a new appliance, making a large payment, or covering an important expense usually stays in our memory. But small expenses? Those are almost invisible. A cup of coffee, a quick snack, a few unplanned purchases, or an item you added to your cart simply because it was on sale. Individually, they seem insignificant, but when they all add up by the end of the month, you finally begin to understand why your budget never seems to stretch far enough. The biggest enemy of household finances is not waste. It is the lack of a plan. Money without a plan does not stay with its owner for very long. On the other hand, money that already knows where it is going will keep working for you much longer. That is why people who manage their household finances well do not wait until payday to make decisions. Before the money even reaches their bank account, they already know exactly where it is going to be spent. The important thing is not to constantly deprive yourself. Many people think that saving money means giving up the things that make life enjoyable. But real saving is not about spending less. It is about spending wisely. Because paying for things that do not make you happy, that you do not actually need, or that you will forget about a few days later is really just giving up your freedom. On the other hand, consciously spending money on the things that truly matter to you improves your quality of life. A friend of mine told me something interesting years ago. He said, "I do not make a lot of money, but somehow I always have enough." The first time I heard that, I wondered how it was even possible. Then one day, we went grocery shopping together. During that trip, he taught me one simple lesson. He always went to the grocery store with a shopping list, and he never bought anything that was not on that list. Even if it was on sale, he would not buy it. Even if it looked incredibly tempting, he would not buy it, because for him, what mattered was not whether a product was cheap, but whether he truly needed it. This is exactly where most of us fall into the trap. Whenever we see a discount, we think we are saving money. But if we are buying something we do not actually need just because the price has been reduced, we are not really saving at all. We are simply spending less money on something unnecessary. Real saving means not buying a product you will never use in the first place. Now, be honest. Have you ever bought something just because it was on sale, only to leave it sitting in a cabinet for months without ever using it? I am sure most of us can think of at least one example. If one came to mind, simply write, "I have done that too," in the comments. Let us see whether we are alone in this or whether most of us keep making the same mistake. By the way, if you enjoy practical videos about money management and personal finance that you can actually apply in your daily life, consider subscribing to the channel. Our goal here is not to talk about how to make more money. Instead, we focus on how to manage the money we already have more wisely. Because most of the time, wealth begins not with earning more, but with developing the right habits. And now we come to one of the habits that causes people to lose the most money, yet hardly anyone notices it. What is more surprising is that this mistake is repeated every single day in many households, and because it goes unnoticed, it continues for years. In fact, this mistake starts in the kitchen. Yes, you heard that right. One of the places that has the biggest impact on strengthening or weakening a household budget is the kitchen. That is because, in most homes, it is also where the greatest amount of waste happens without anyone realizing it. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever opened your refrigerator and thrown away food because it had passed its expiration date? Or bought something simply because you were craving it, only to forget about it a few days later until it's spoiled? These things happen to all of us. The real issue is understanding why they happen. Most of the time, we do not go shopping because we actually need something. We go because we feel like it in that moment. Grocery shopping on an empty stomach almost always ends up costing more. It is not because we lack self-control. It is because, at that moment, our brain sees anything that can satisfy our hunger as a necessity. Then we get home, and many of the things we bought sit untouched for days. So, what is the solution? It is actually quite simple. Before going to the grocery store, take a few minutes to check what you genuinely need at home. Then make a small shopping list. It may sound ordinary, but research shows that people who shop with a list spend significantly less on unplanned purchases. That is because a shopping list does not just tell you what to buy. It also tells you what not to buy. Now, I have another quick question for you. Do you usually go grocery shopping with a list? Or do you simply walk through the aisles and buy whatever catches your attention? I am genuinely curious, so let me know in the comments. Everyone's shopping habits are different. Another thing that people with strong household finances pay close attention to is making full use of the things they already have at home. Unfortunately, we have become so used to consuming that we often buy a replacement before we have even finished using what we already own. For example, we open a new bottle of shampoo before finishing the one we are already using. We buy another cleaning product just because it is on sale, even though we still have plenty left at home. Before long, we end up with several different products that all serve the same purpose. Then, some of them sit on the shelf for months without ever being used. This is where a very important distinction comes into play. Saving money and stockpiling are not the same thing. Of course, it makes sense to buy certain products when the timing is right. But if we keep filling our homes with things we do not actually need simply because they are on sale, that money has already left our pockets. The only difference is that, instead of sitting on the store shelf, the product is now sitting in your home. People who are good at managing their household finances focus on using what they buy, not simply buying more. They make the most of every last drop of a product. They replace clothes not because they have gone out of style, but because they are genuinely no longer usable. Instead of immediately replacing something that breaks, they first ask whether it can be repaired. These may seem like small choices, but over time, they make a much bigger difference than you might imagine. But in my opinion, none of these is the most expensive mistake people make. The most expensive mistake is ignoring small expenses. This is how the human brain works. It is such a small purchase. What difference could it possibly make? Then the next day, we say the same thing. And the day after that, the same thing again. A week passes. Then a month passes. And eventually, that familiar question comes back. Where did all my money go this month? The answer is actually very simple. It did not all go to one place. It went to many small places. That is why household finances are not managed through big decisions. They are managed through small daily habits. Now let me tell you something interesting. I am sure you know people who do not earn a particularly high income but still live comfortably without constantly worrying about money. And then there are others who earn very good money, yet always seem to complain that they are broke. Have you ever stopped to think about why that is? Most of the time, the answer is not income. The answer is habits. Income determines your standard of living, but your habits determine your future. And this brings us to a very important point. Household finances are not just about managing money, they are about managing a family. If the people living under the same roof do not share a common goal, managing the household budget becomes much more difficult. When one person is trying to save while the other keeps making unplanned purchases, an invisible conflict begins to grow within the home. But families who work together experience something completely different. Everyone understands why they are saving. Everyone knows which expenses are truly necessary. And most importantly, everyone is moving toward the same goal. Maybe it is buying a new home. Maybe it is taking a wonderful vacation. Maybe it is paying for the children's education. Or maybe it is simply building a more secure future. Once the goal is clear, saying no to unnecessary spending becomes much easier. By the way, if you have made it this far into the video, I am sure you are someone who cares about managing your household finances. If that is the case, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. None of the ideas we talk about here promise to make you rich overnight, but they can genuinely help you make smarter financial decisions in the long run. And now let us talk about one of the biggest misconceptions people have. I will start saving once I earn more money. That single sentence keeps many people stuck in the same place for years. The vast majority of people wait until they earn more before they begin saving. But let me tell you something interesting. There are millions of people whose incomes have increased, yet they still struggle to make it to the end of the month. The reason is not that they earn too little. It is that their spending grows along with their income. This is sometimes called lifestyle inflation. Your income goes up, you want a bigger house, a newer phone, more expensive clothes, eating out more often, a little more comfort in every area of life. And before you even realize it, you find yourself right back where you started, even though you are earning much more than before. I will also include a link at the end of this video to another video where I explain this topic in much greater detail. Now, ask yourself this question. If your income doubled tomorrow, would you actually save more money, or would your spending increase just as quickly? There is no right or wrong answer to that question, but whatever your honest answer is, it can tell you a great deal about your financial habits. This is exactly where people with strong household finances set themselves apart from everyone else. When their income increases, the first thing they build is not a more expensive lifestyle. They build greater financial security. Because they understand that life does not always go according to plan. An unexpected home repair, a sudden health problem, changes in your career or job situation. None of us knows what kind of surprise life might throw our way or when it might happen. I have experienced this myself. There was a time when I was unemployed, and during a routine medical checkup, doctors discovered cancer in my left kidney. I had to undergo emergency surgery, and I ended up paying a substantial hospital bill. I could never have predicted that something like this would happen. No one can. If I had not set aside money for emergencies, I might have postponed the surgery. The cancer could have continued to grow until it became life-threatening. My advice is simple. Always set aside money for situations like these, and then pretend that money does not exist. It is a habit that can literally save your life. But getting back to our topic, during times like these, what gives you peace of mind is not how much money you earn. It is the good financial decisions you made beforehand. In my opinion, the greatest reward of managing your household finances well is not money, it is peace of mind. Constantly worrying about whether you will have enough money is exhausting, even if you do not realize it. Your mind keeps working on those worries even while you are trying to sleep. Bills waiting to be paid, upcoming expenses, unexpected costs. After a while, it stops being just about money. It turns into stress. People who have control over their budget experience something completely different. The feeling of being in control gives them confidence and peace of mind. They may not have a huge amount of savings, they may not live a luxurious lifestyle, but when they wake up in the morning, they do not ask themselves, "How am I going to get through this month?" To me, that is what real wealth truly means. There is another very interesting trap that almost all of us fall into: comparing our lives to the lives of other people. Today, whenever we pick up our phones, everyone seems happy. Everyone seems to be buying something new. Everyone is traveling. Everyone appears to be successful. But no one shares their credit card statement. No one shows the stress they experience at the end of the month. No one posts about the hours they spend trying to balance their budget late at night. That is why you should never try to manage your finances by comparing yourself to the version of other people's lives that you can see, because your competition is not with anyone else. It is with the person you were yesterday. If today you are spending more consciously than you were last month, if you can tell the difference between what you need and what you simply want, if you stop and truly think before buying something, then believe me, you are on the right path. At the beginning of this video, I asked you a question. Where does most of a household's money go? Maybe you said groceries, maybe you said bills, maybe you said eating out. But I think the real answer is a little different. Most of our money disappears into the places we hardly ever notice. We all remember the big expenses, but small expenses are quiet, and they grow quietly over time. So starting today, I have one small request for you. For just 1 week, write down every single expense you make, every one of them, even the smallest purchase. Trust me, what you see at the end of that week may surprise you. The saving strategy you have been looking for all this time may not be earning more money. It may simply be seeing where your money has already been going. If there is only one sentence I hope you remember from this video, let it be this: a strong household budget is built not by earning more money, but by learning how to direct the money you already have. Because money is a good servant, but a terrible master. If you do not manage it, it will eventually begin to manage you. And if you have stayed with me all the way to the end, first of all, thank you. Now it is your turn. Leave just one sentence in the comments. What is the very first money habit you are going to change starting today? I read every single comment, and I do my best to reply whenever I can. Who knows? The idea you share might end up changing someone else's life as well. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video.